Fear is a loudmouth liar, and anxiety is its trusty sidekick. And we have let them drive our bus for far too long. So starting today, we're taking back the wheel. Having fear and anxiety doesn't mean we're weak. It means we're human. But what we're not doing anymore is letting them be in charge, especially this stage of life. We have already lived through health scares, loss, menopause, reinvention. So why would we let fear and anxiety run our show now? We are so much stronger than that. We're going to run down ways that we can squash our fear and anxiety. Remember the bold, brave, courageous women that we are, not by pretending it's not there, but by getting in charge of it. Because we ain't fragile, we are fierce, and it's time we all remembered that. Fear shows up usually right before change. We have that little inside voice, that little intuition when we know things are shifting and we get scared. It's just a natural part of who we are. Growth and change, they're hard, but they're necessary. And we've been through them enough to know the world's not going to end when they show up. So flip the meaning. When fear and anxiety show up and you feel there's change on the horizon, don't let it be fear and anxiety. Stop and wonder. So when fear and anxiety show up and you believe change is coming, don't be scared. Do not be scared. Stop and think, what wondrous thing is about to shift in my life, and what great adventures and things are heading my way. Ladies, especially of a certain age, fear and anxiety may not be rooted in external sources. We're in a season of life where we have these seismic hormonal shifts that mess with us in all sorts of ways, and sometimes they manifest in fear and anxiety. Catch your breath, meditate, find your peace. It could just be that lovely little season of life that we're in and those hormones that are raging. So let's embrace whatever these changes are coming our way and not be fearful or anxious about them. We've got this. Now, some of us have possibly had problems with fear and anxiety a lot in our life. And there's some tactics that we can use to talk ourselves down off the ledge. Insert your favorite saying there. Go splash some cold water on your face. Shock yourself out of the moment. Catch your breath. Take a breath and let it go. And with that breath, take a 4 count in and a 4 count out and do that 4 times. This will calm and help you shake the anxiety. You can also try grounding yourself with the name 5 Things game. Look around and out loud identify 5 things that you see in your surroundings. And then identify 5 textures, 5 colors, 5 sounds that you hear. You're distracting yourself. You're giving yourself a calming cadence rhythm of thought and hearing your own voice. This will help. These are proven tactics. I've used some of these myself. Another exercise you can do is write it down. What is your fear saying? What is your anxiety telling you? And then challenge. Does it really make sense once it goes on paper? Once you say it out loud, have that conversation with yourself. So as we continue to reinvent ourselves, because we're at that point in life, ladies and gentlemen, where we can be bold and do whatever we wanted to do, become the person we meant to become. So do it. Don't be fearful about it. Don't be anxious about it. I want you to publish that book. I want you to hit record. Book the solo trip. Go to that fantastic restaurant you've been wanting to try by yourself. Post the photo. Prove to yourself that you can do the hard things and they get easier every time. Keep a log. Write down your fears as they come. And then I want you at the end of the week to go back and reread those fears. Write down what happened, what didn't happen that you thought was going to happen, and how did you feel after that? So you had the fear, you just knew something was going to happen. You may even know what actually happened, and how did you feel after that? You felt pretty relieved, maybe a little silly that you had spun it up. Spoiler alert, you're going to feel powerful because you didn't let it get the best of you. You moved forward and nothing happened. That the world didn't end. The world did not end. Fear isn't our enemy. It is just an outdated operating system that you have outgrown. Next time fear starts talking, I want you to smile, nod, and keep walking forward. You have already survived 100% of your worst days ever. And I want you to start acting like it. Drop a comment, drop a note. Let us all know what fear you're done with, which one you conquered, which one you couldn't believe you ever had in the first place once you grew up. And we grow up constantly all the way through our life. Hit like, hit subscribe, come on back. I've got a lot to say. Well, I've got a little to say about a lot of stuff, but I'm out here and we are all just going to embolden ourselves and conquer the next part of our lives.